Thank you, everyone, for coming to Partners in Crime for Michael Gruber's new book, The Good Son. All I'm going to say about it is I had to read it at least twice before it could leave my hands, and some parts 3 or more times. It's fabulous. If you've already read it, you can comment as we go along, and if you haven't, you've got a great experience ahead of you. Thank you, Michael.
And thanks for Partners in Crime for hosting this. This is now the 6th one that we've had here, which is really good. In my notebook, in the year 2003, there is a notation that says, woman, pacifist, Jungian, son, a SEAL, she gets kidnapped, he rescues her. In 2003, our son was riding around the Persian Gulf in little boats, boarding Iraqi vessels to see whether they had any contraband on them, or if they had suicide bombs on them, in which case they would blow up and kill all the sailors. This happened a couple of times during the period that he was out there. And he decided that that wasn't quite dangerous enough for him to do, so he decided to become a SEAL. He didn't want to become a SEAL, and his is his mother's influence. He didn't want to creep up behind people and strangle them with piano wire. He wanted to become an explosive ordnance guy. If you saw the movie The Hurt Locker, those guys. So that made us all very happy at our house. So at just the point that he was going into SEAL training, I happened to write down this little memorandum, and that's where the book came from. It was the Kim thing, this strange feeling that there was something that I didn't get about what was going on with the Islamic world, and that I wanted to get, and that I wanted other people to get. And this strange situation that was taking place in my own home, the idea that you can hate war, but you have to love soldiers. And it breaks our heart, that fact. And it broke our heart. And so I thought I would put that in the book too. The Jungian part is interesting. My wife studied for a while at Zurich with an institute that's associated with the Jung Institute. She was going to be a therapist. And so we talk about dreams and such a lot in our house. And so that's part of that thing. I thought, well, could I look at the psychology of terrorism, of terrorists, of mujahideen, through the lens of Jungian therapy? Would that work? And so I had to look at the psychology of people who are not in the Western world. And I was sort of stunned to understand that it's trivial to say they're not like us, because they're obviously people love their wives and husbands, they love their children, they want to see them survive, they have the ordinary needs of human beings. But the psyche is different, and it's profoundly different. When you do psychotherapy with somebody who comes from a traditional Muslim culture, what you are not doing is what a psychotherapist does in our culture, which is to say, there's stuff inside your head that is preventing you from the full development of yourself as a person. That's what psychotherapists do for us. In the Muslim world, what you're trying to do with a person is to generate some harmony between them and the family and the tribe and the culture that they're operating in. It's a very different kind of process. You are not going to ask them about their interior or intimate sexual lives, because they'll stop going. They're just not interested in that kind of thing. And so a Muslim psychotherapist will immediately bring the family in. What drives them crazy, for example, is the sense of injustice. If they feel they're being badly treated by their family, if they feel that their family is not appreciating them, if they feel that they don't have the opportunities they feel they should have to help the family. That's the source of their problem, not what we imagine the source of our problems is, which is conflicting father figures,